Hello. This is Farmer George, and we're just coming back into the game here. I've just was playing off camera a little bit just to make sure that this was working, because I know it does work, just that I feel a bit of a wally when I can't make it work on the camera. So now I've got it actually working, I can show you that it is working. This is a course to go and collect the silage at the cows feeding and take it to the machine that makes it. Now, of course, the vehicle isn't actually driving every single orange marker properly, because it cuts corners like you just saw it do there in the roundabout near the tree. But one of the ways to make this course work, if you're having problems with it approaching the feeder, is to stay as far away from the feeder as you can. That's how all I can work out that it is the way that it's doing it. Because when I was driving up to the feeder, the fork is now raising, and that's where it sometimes topples over if it's going too fast. And then I actually bumped into the trough, but after doing it several times, as you can see now, it is working. So I'll let you watch this. I'm not driving this vehicle, as you can see. It is all working on autopilot, and I will just stay with it, sit with it one more time to let you see the full cycle, and then I'll jump out and we'll watch it do one more cycle just to prove that it is working, because I hate it when things don't work. And like earlier in an earlier video some time ago, I was just watching the replay myself, because I make these videos and then I come back to them and I upload them. So I'll maybe make 4 consecutive. I play for an hour, 15 minutes of time on the videos, and then I'll go back and do them. And basically the game was trolling me on making a simple collect from the harvester course when I was trying to collect from the beets. I don't know if you saw that. You're probably all having a good laugh. You know, it's just one of the simplest courses you can make, and yet it just wasn't working for me. Alright, I was using the little Fendt tractor, and it was just giving me grief all the time. It just would not go where I wanted it to go, and I think it was down to the tractor being too small and the hill. It was being getting pushed down the slope and everything. So put the lights on. We can also put this other light on. I've got another, as it's getting dark on the farm, of course. 1800 hours in the game. It's only 1 o'clock in the evening for me. Walk up to this lamppost and press spacebar. Turns the lights on. Now I've got a lit yard. My game's a little bit stoppy. I'll turn it off again so you can see the difference. You do a little jump when you do it, of course. Then I'll jump straight back into that vehicle, and we'll go and have a look at jump out again. It's chugging along. So my game's got the, once you get the lights going, it changes the actual frame rate on the game and everything else. I think the game's bright enough overall anyway. And I tend not to work through the night on my farm, just like a real farm, unless they're getting the crop in, and you know, that's one of the things. The only time when that happens for me in reality is when I'm actually doing something like an order that has been great demand. I was talking about this in another video in a text. So we can see, watch the silage. It's at 80%, 40,000, and now it's going up to 40,700, 800. If you can see that, it's 41,000 now. So we're 82%. So the ones that are probably failing on there are going to be the hay, which is only at 45%, and we've nearly made 42,000 on there, on the silage. Yes, 42,000. It's actually getting poured into that bay, and if I use my torch on my head as well, I've got a headlight torch, you can see the things spinning. But the bay doesn't look very full there, of course, because it's all going into the back. Oh, hang about, we've got the wrong one. There it is. 1, 2, 3. 3 bays. That one's obviously in the trees a little bit. And if I can jump up on this wagon, yep, we can see how full the feeding trough is. We can also check on our feeding trough if we use that special menu, which is left shift and asterisk, and it tells you everything from eggs in your basket, sheep, productivity, and the main one is the cows, productivity. It says 0% at the moment, but mixed feeding trough ration, I've got 49,000. The feeding trough silage has got 19,000. The feeding trough grass is 27,000, and the straw is 18,000. We've got 6,000 liquid manure. We've got 222 manure, that's litres, even though it's hard material, and the tank is 1,745. But as you can see, that tank there is well full. I won't jump inside the tank, because if you jump inside the tank, sometimes you can fall beneath the crop and you can't get out. That's it, you're dead then. Drowned in food silage. Drowned in food silage. So we'll skip back into that vehicle, and we'll see that he is working, of course. Now the only thing I haven't done up to now is save this. So what I'm going to do is get my mouse on, and we'll save this course while he's running as we'll call it cows silage. Let's have a look, see what other ones we've got. We could maybe call it feed cows to silage, you know. I like to get the location in there somehow. Right, let's just try. I'm going to call it cow silage to MC to mixer MC. That means machine to me, because I've had an engineering background. So MC, it's actually M/C, but I don't think this takes the slash. See if it does. MC, yes it does. Okay. Cow silage to mixer MC. Whilst I'm saving this course here like this though, it might mess up. Let's have a look at these. So it'll be up at the C's. I'm also keeping my eye out for any X courses as well, any cross-point courses. And also, this vehicle's only got a smaller weight on it. I really need a bigger weight buying for around here. Let's just quickly go up for the ABC. So it should have gone in there really, cattle, shed bio. Maybe because I put that that slash. Incidentally, when you are making a course, you can actually save the course as several different names if you want to, you know. Sometimes I do that when I'm making this is Chantry, so it'll be a Chantry Farm course, and then I'll rename it again and call it something else that goes in another folder for Chantry Farm. Cow silage to mixer MC, there it is. It's okay, it's in there, and that's how it's called there, cow silage to mixer MC. So I might as well We'll stop that course now because we've got enough. We will change over the bucket. Because it was not the straw, but I did want to show you the straw with this tractor because we haven't done it with this tractor for a while. You can see my game's tanking a little bit. That isn't a bale fork there, it's actually a pallet. We do actually need to load the pallets up for the sheep's wool and take that anyway, just get it out of the way. But I would have liked to have done that when the game isn't doing this awkward thing that it's doing right now. I think this is no, that is also another bale fork. Let me just drop that weight there. Think about, not that one. So we haven't got a pitchfork here, we've got two. We have two pallet loaders forks, you know. This is the straw spreader. We need this over at the mucking out. But the cattle and the pigs as well, to put them some more bedding down. And also I did get rid of my other feeder, which is what I think has been the problem. Let's try and watch the straw. We've got 19,000 litres of straw. That thing will drop in there in a minute. Oops. And we are out of straw. But we haven't got a bale fork to put any more in. We can actually get out the other end, but there's no need because I can reverse. I am actually quite good at reversing, but I don't do it on mirrors, as a lot of people I see doing. Only because I don't believe it gives you any more realism, you know. You can actually see more than that in real life when you're reversing, and of course the quickness of your ability to turn your head and all the rest of that. I'm going to leave that sticking out a little bit because I'm going to put some more stuff in it as soon as I get a bale fork here. We'll leave that there. And we could pick up those pallets and put them on. Since we've got the pallet fork, let's just go and bring a trailer up and get the trailer sorted. See, I'd accidentally pushed that one off there with the 5 on, and 2 more have spawned. Really, there should only be a point of taking these bales when you've got enough. But currently we don't have enough, and yet I still want to get them out of the way because they're in the wrong place. They can mess up your map, I think. They're also created objects, aren't they? So they sort of like fill up the the game with information that it needs to churn away at. Get our counterweight on first. Then get our forks on. That was my signal just to cut the video, which I will do in a minute. Just jump inside the vehicle, turn off. I was going to put another washing machine here, another spray unit. So reversing on the mirrors a little bit. Of course my game's chugging away. I need to go over to my Windows 7 PC and use that. Oops, I remember I've got a vehicle behind me, haven't I? I left that oh, just missed. No, I didn't miss it, did I? See? Yes, I did miss it. Only just. I do have another type of bail fork. I have the grabby arm one, so I can use that. Thing is, once you're like this in the tractor, you cannot see where your forks are, so you do need to come out and have a look. But I've actually got them level. On a real forklift that I used to drive, you used to have an idiot button that you could press that would set the forks square and straight and level. It's like a prefixed button. You would set it, and the forks would return to that position. So if you wanted it for a set shelf height, you could set. I think you could set 6 shelf heights, and you could have your forks in a position. So if you wanted to have like a carry position, depending on what job you was doing, you would program up your blades so that you don't have to keep looking, especially when you can't see, and it's quicker for when it's non-sighted access. Trying to tilt the forks here without tipping. And basically we'll load up this trailer. We can just put them on anywhere we like, it doesn't really matter. And when we come back in the next video, you'll see that I've probably got these on. Unless you like to watch that sort of stuff. I do, I like watching it, so I assume others do. Although it's not letting go for some reason. Now my trailer's rolling. Let's go down more. That's pressing on the trailer there. No, that's lifting the vehicle. I have this problem, of course, though, with my keyboard. And it's very awkward because I press and it won't just stab at the controls. For me to get my keyboard is very lethargic, should I say. So if I stab a control, stab, 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 you can see that it's moving down. However, I seem to have got the forks stuck at an angle. There we go, we're out. And oops, bumped into the tree, that doesn't help. So when I get to my Windows PC, the actual speed of the reactions should be better. Very difficult to play though when you've got like a lag when you're playing when you're actually pressing your keys and you tap it and it doesn't do anything, and you've got to hold it a little bit longer for it to respond. You have to hold it. If you stab it, it doesn't do anything. You have to stab, but the stab is really a little bit of a hold, and then another hold, and then another hold. It's really awkward. Luckily we've got the fence there. We'll just we're not going to lift the other two on, we're just going to put 2 pallets on. And it doesn't matter how they go on, because we don't have to offload them. They just vanish when you take them into the pack, of course. And now the trick is just getting your blades out. Without the trailer moving. So raise the blades a little bit. Tilt them up. I know it looks easy, doesn't it? But it's not. When I'm tilting it up, although the blades are at the back, they're not letting go. You know, it'd be nice to have something that works a little bit better than this. So they actually are just stuck to the blades now. Unless I've got something to grab hold of the bales, I can't pull away. Look, I'm pulling the trailer along. I can't get my forks out. So it's an awkward situation, but you know, I'll do that off camera anyway. I'll just persevere with it, and we'll get this to drop them on there. And the other way to do it, of course, is just to drive over there with them on your forks, you know. And I sometimes do that. If I put 2 or 3 bales on here, you can't load it up like a proper trailer. It's dead awkward. And I thought that I got this type of thing sussed out years ago. Not just the lag on my PC with that, of course, but because it happens even on the Windows 7. The issues of having it stuck to your forks. Now there was a mod years ago, in even in 2011 farming simulators, that you could only grab the load if you pressed O, which locked it onto your fork. So you'd put your forks in. Oh, nearly out, nearly out, nearly out. You put your forks in. I'm out. Right. You'd put your forks in, press O, and it would lock it to your forks. Then you'd take it over and put it on the wagon, and then you would press O again, and your forks would just come out regardless of the position. So now it's locked to that, of course. And I don't know whether I might as well take the other pallet on the forks or not. I'll say no. I'll leave them on there, and I will take them off to the pallet, the sheep's wool place. Get rid of them. Another one would be to we don't need the pallet fork. Well, we do actually need the pallet fork, because if they fall off, I'm going to have to mess with them in the middle of nowhere, and we have to bring the trailer back here anyway. So what we'll do is we'll drop the trailer, we'll put the weight on the front so that we can put the trailer down on the back. We can't use the forks with the weight on the front anyway, but the point being is that if we do drop them off the trailer on the road when we're out and about, we don't have to drive all the way back to the farm to pick up some pallet forks. We've got them with us, and it's only a matter of sending it on CoursePlay as well, so it's not a big issue. I'll bring up the CoursePlay and we'll get that sorted. And we're going to end this video here, and you'll see us come back in the next one where we're going to be taking this to sale. Quickly get rid of this. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video.